You're listening to the Radcast, a top 25 worldwide business podcast. If it's radical, we cover it. Here's your host, Ryan Alford.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the latest edition of the Radcast. It's Friday, July 7th, 2023.
7-7.
It is 7-7. Lucky number 7.
There you go.
Christina Yassi.
Indeed. How was
Is this your final, for a while? For everyone's listening, Christina Yassi's final, we'll say, well, forever, but at least for the time being.
At least for at least a month. Booking it up to New York.
Yes. She's venturing up to the Big Apple.
Big Apple.
Yeah, for the big
Brooklyn,
chance.
Technically.
You know, you're stepping out for that big chance.
Right.
She's going on Broadway. No,
like, it's just
whatever.
Like, you're in New York. I'm like, it's just a month, guys. Unless something magical happens.
There it is. But
eating lots of ramen.
We won't say goodbye. We'll just say see you later.
There you go. Sounds good.
Yeah. So
I'm like a bad rash. I never quite go away.
I think I'd get a rash if I ate this many hot dogs.
Man, you think you could do, what is it, 61? 62?
61, the big winner from Joey Chestnut.
Oh, my God.
Joey Hot Dog Chestnut.
Like I was saying, I don't think I've had that many hot dogs in my existence.
Yeah.
And I love hot dogs.
I feel like I probably have 5 hot dogs a year.
Okay.
So
okay.
I'm 46, so that's 200 something hot dogs in my life. I'm sure I ate more when I was a kid.
But that means that in a day, he had a quarter of your lifetime's hot dogs.
Exactly. I do like a good hot dog.
I'll pick a hot dog over a
We talked about this, I think, last week.
Man.
But man,
chili dog.
But I think I would never be able to eat them again if I had down like 10 of them. You know, I'd be like, no. Is this guy gonna die when he's like 48?
Or is this the secret to health and he's gonna outlive all of us?
18,000 calories is what that was.
Jesus Christ.
So congratulations,
Joey. Do they throw it up? Do they what's the
no,
I don't want to know.
Let's not go down that.
I don't want to know.
Stay out of that.
I don't want to know.
What about the female? 39?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Again, hard pass. Not for me.
I know.
I'll get my 15 seconds of fame another way.
I know.
We also have a new Instagram update. Instagram threads.
I know. That's all the rage. Like, I go on vacation. And I'm still kind of on vacation, people. So if there's any gaps in my thinking, more than normal.
Lake brain.
Yeah.
For the July brain, yeah.
You know, this is in the midst of Vaycay, literally. But yeah, they launched this while I'm trying to kind of somewhat. I'm digitally detoxing while I'm absolutely not detoxing anything else.
It works. It all evens out. It's fine.
But yeah, they launched their Twitter companion / competitor Threads by Instagram.
Yeah.
Separate app. Mm-hmm. So if you haven't downloaded it yet.
You don't just have to have it like Notes on Instagram.
We thought Notes was sort of the...
Notes was like the soft launch. I feel like they'll get rid of Notes after this.
It doesn't quite make sense if you're going to have Threads. But
unless it's just going to be music, which we talked about, 2 weeks ago, last week?
We talked about this pre-episode, but I feel like the audiences are very different between Twitter and Instagram. But I will say this. Think about the leg up, like if someone unrelated to, Facebook, one of the big 3 or 4 launched an app, they have the friction of got to create your new account, got to create, who am I going to follow? You do all these things.
Right. And do you want another
And Threads by Instagram, being able to link to your Instagram account
and your Facebook,
being able to link and bring over, the integration of who you follow and all those things all within like 2 or 3 clicks.
Yeah.
Is very powerful for growing audiences. They've already got like 30 million people on the platform. If anyone else, no matter how wonderful the app, how credible the app, launched the app, we wouldn't have 30 million users in like 4 days.
Right.
It would be, maybe 1 million.
And I wonder if, I don't care enough to research it, but I wonder if this has been in the works for a while, or if this is a post-Musk Twitter realization of, if that's going to crash and burn, why don't we come out with our own thing?
I would think the R&D and just the technology that it's been in at least
conversation,
the frying pan, so to speak. They've been building behind the scenes in the R&D lab.
Yeah.
And I bet you they build things in the R&D lab that never come out. Okay, they've got enough money that they can, do this and go, all right, or have it waiting in the wings. And then, when Elon starts getting a little weird and you know,
realizes that he's bitten off more than he
and
can
just
chew.
doing things that kind of alienate his audience, then they go, okay, let's bring that forward in the R&D, you know, and then I'm sure some strategic decisions got made after, you know, he really has gone off the reservation a bit with certain things.
Yeah.
But so far, it seems to be popular. I read some of the reviews. Again, being on a little bit of vacay, I haven't delved into it. Next week, I'll talk more about my experience with it because I'll have time to kind of get and play with it. But I'm trying to stay off my phone, which I recommend to everyone. Hey, we all need a little bit downtime.
Yeah.
But I'll give more of my feedback personally using it. But I just read through some of the reviews. It seems to be pretty positive.
Would you say you thread through?
I thread through.
I'm so sorry. That's what I'm going to hear. It's fine. Okay.
New threads.
Bad. Not funny.
Aren't threads like clothes? Like new threads?
Thank you. That was my thought too. That was my first thought with it.
Because I mean, I think, you know, I just launched a new newsletter, by the way, called Ryan Offer Drops. Rad. And so you can subscribe to that at ryanoffer.com. Plug for that now. First release went out today. So next week will be about threads. I'll talk about one thing a week. It's a super simple newsletter. One idea, insight, reflection a week. Really easy to digest. But next week it will be about threads. And I was thinking, well, should the title new threads? You know, like, because that's where my head went.
Well, same. And I was thinking this is a name for a platform that would never have worked if it wasn't for 2023. Like the fact that now we recognize a thread as
a messaging
more of
thread.
A conversation, right?
That's right. 10 years ago, maybe those on the fringe would, but not completely.
But it was fringe, also clothing.
All about. So Threads is out. Yeah. Go check it out if you haven't heard about it already.
Right.
I'll give you this. I do believe in first mover advantage on platforms like this that have such an audience already built in. Again, I was in wait and see mode for that app. And if you go, we're going to play this, and I'm going to give Grace a note to help me find this. There's that app that was the one thing you're doing in the day that's totally disappeared. What was that called? You know what I'm talking about.
Be real.
Be real. Does it even exist anymore?
Do you use Be Real, Grace? Yeah.
Okay. But it's not.
I have
growing.
friends who use it a lot.
Yeah, but it's not growing.
Right.
And
right.
I panned it.
And I only see it on Instagram.
This, because it's tied to Instagram, will have an audience of a large size no matter what. And you have this first mover advantage that if you get on the platform, you're trying to grow an audience. Maybe you've stalled out on Instagram a little bit because it's so crowded.
Yeah.
Get on here and start posting often. Have a voice. Be heard. This would be a great way to build audience quickly. So whether you're a brand or someone that's trying to get some traction that maybe hadn't gotten traction elsewhere, just be around and use the app, and I think you'll see growth quicker. And I have a feeling they're going to, just like they've done with Reels and other things, they're going to elevate those that are using the newest functions in the music app. And so even if you aren't like verified or whatever on Instagram already, if they see you're being hyperactive on this app, I have a feeling the algorithm is going to favor you a lot.
Agreed.
And so good first mover advantage. And we'll see where the threads takes us.
We'll follow the thread.
Yes. This week we did have one of my favorite music artists of all time. I've gotten a lot of feedback from that. A lot of friends that text me going, "What the hell? I can't believe you had Moby." Yes, Moby.
Peaked.
Yes, was on the Radcast. Lindsay, Hicks, and Moby. Moby Pod, their new podcast. I wanted to talk about that, but we also talked about Moby's journey. And I will say the most interesting thing for me, having now interviewed a lot of celebrities and a lot of famous people and founders, people that have more money than they would do with, more success than they would do with. Yeah. It's very similar. They talk about the journey, and they thought that fame and glory and money would make them happy, and it doesn't. And it was the very similar discussion with Moby about, having all these things and always wanting these things and, but not being truly happy. And, and it's easy, I think, for people that maybe aren't billionaires like myself and, like a lot of us, to go, man, if I was only a billionaire, if I just had money just didn't matter at all, it would make me happy. But it doesn't. Yeah. And it was really interesting to listen to him talk about that and how reflective he was about the music and the artistry. And so I encourage you to check that out. Really great episode with Moby and Lindsay Hicks. Check it out on all the platforms where you watch and listen to this. Go to YouTube if you want to watch the video. Go to Instagram if you want to watch the 10-minute quick version. And then next week, we got a special guest. Again, I'm gonna save it because we're debating between a best of edition and a country music artist that we're reviewing late in the game. So I'm gonna leave it and just say it's gonna be a great episode. Either way.
Be sure you're subscribed.
That's right.
Check it out. Speaking of subscriptions, that's really not, it doesn't tie together at all, but you're on vacation.
I am on a vacay.
Kind of on vacay. And then you have vacay.
I'm surrounded by
and
vacays.
you can reach them. I can't reach the, wait, we have updated packaging. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yep.
The
laptop. 2-packs.
Man,
you know, when you just want to go on a light vacay, there you go.
Ta-da.
2
These
packs.
are great to just like have in your purse. I just like have them in various
You never know when
bags.
you want, anytime you want to take a vacay.
It's so true. Like, oh yeah, I have more. It's
vacay.
like, it's like I hide them for future Christina. So we have the 2-pack of the Delta 8 and then 2 packs of the sleep gummies. So there you go.
You never know when you need to take a vacay or a nap.
Right. And if you're not on vacation like Ryan is, you can head to takeavacay.com and take the kind of vacation I will be taking.
I am gonna use the plug for the CBD roll-on again.
Yes.
So when you get old like me, I did work out this morning and I got a little bit of tennis elbow going on. I was like,
weird flex, but okay.
No, it's like, but my elbow was hurting.
Sure.
And I'm like, I think it's tennis elbow. And sure enough, what did I do after my workout?
Did you roll off the pain?
I rolled off the pain. Go to rolloffthepain.com. Shameless plug, but true.
Yes.
And you can still
you
smell it
smell
on my arm.
You use deodorant too.
Yes, I did. It's called spearmint. Whoa, don't do that. It might burn a little.
It could tingle. It could be a little tingly.
Can roll on the abs if you've watched some
there
of the
you go.
latest content.
That's true. If you know, you know.
Yes, but no, I did roll it on the tennis elbow and got that cooling effect, which is nice. But then it does not hurt. I know it sounds made up. It absolutely does not hurt as bad as it did an hour ago.
That's amazing.
So we'll see.
Is it getting progressively better?
Yeah, I mean, but I just started to notice. I started to notice a couple weeks ago that it went away pretty quickly.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've done anything for treatment.
Totally.
You know, because my wrist is finally healed, by the way.
There you go.
So now my elbow's hurting. This is what it's like to get old. One thing goes
just
away,
rolled
another
the
thing
pain
starts.
somewhere else.
Maybe I think it's transferred to the other side of my body.
There you go.
But anyway, go to rolloffthepain.com. Click on the buy now button. You'll thank us for it, especially if you've got pain, back pain, muscle pain, soreness.
Yeah.
Works for all that.
There
and it's healing, has healing properties, not just treating the symptoms.
Symptomatic. There you go.
Check it out. And you always go to takeavacay.com to learn more about all the product lineup. We appreciate the support.
On to our social media news. Booking.com launches a ChatGPT trip planning feature. This is really, really cool. Travelers can ask the AI trip planner natural language questions for help selecting potential destinations and accommodations and creating travel itineraries. A lot of different booking softwares are moving forward with this technology, and I think we're going to see a lot of it moving forward.
Yes. I mean, this is a great use for this.
Who needs a travel agent?
I agree. I thought that same thing. Like, as I was reading over the notes, I was like, this could, I mean, travel agents aren't that insightful. Right.
It already feels like a
They're kind of halfway gone anyway with TripAdvisor and all these other things. But now, little ChatGPT, this could be a really good spoof too. Like, pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
But
such an ad guy. I always think about ads.
I am. But I do think about it. It has all the knowledge. If it can go through like the deep web forums of stuff, like, and get through past like that first layer of like Google search, that's like, oh, if you want to go to Bermuda, it's known for white sand and blue water, like,
and find the hidden gems and like the local things,
local stuff. And I think ChatGPT can get there, especially if you ask the right prompts, travel prompts, travelprompts.com. I'd buy that right now.
Yeah,
see,
that's smart.
If I was a travel agent and you don't want to not have a job in like a year or two,
work smart,
you
not
need
hard.
to become the travel prompt person. Help them help themselves.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a new job for you.
ChatGPT whipping into everything.
Yep.
We got some Twitter news. Twitter has said only verified users will be able to access TweetDeck after 30 days. This is kind of funky. Twitter has been rolling out a new version of TweetDeck globally this week with a full composer functionality, spaces, video docking, and polls. As of 30 days from this week, only verified users will be able to access TweetDeck.
I mean, you're going to see more and more of this. It's pay to play, baby. Like, It's like,
and
no matter what it
to
is.
see how this, I just feel like we continue to have more red tape with Twitter and more hoops to jump through for things that you don't necessarily want.
Yeah.
And then you've got Instagram coming out here with threads. So
exactly. It's going to be interesting how threads and Facebook continues to handle the verified and all that stuff, because that was hot and heavy for a while. And I just thought everybody was going to be blue checked, but that hasn't really happened.
No. I listened to a podcast on that this week. It was very interesting.
And so, it's like, okay, so what's going on with that? And are they backtracking, or is it just getting,
is it paused? Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it a pivot, or who knows?
I don't know, but Elon needs to be careful.
I really do think he got involved in something he didn't know what to do with. I really do.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the right person for it. So it will be interesting to see
if he empowers that CEO and gets kind of the hell out of the way a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's a brilliant guy.
Right.
But like, do the things that bring attention to the platform in a good way as the CEO,
Well, and just because you're brilliant doesn't mean you're good at everything.
That's true. Well, I think that might say it all.
There you go.
There you go.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And this is we knew this was going to happen. YouTube limits ad blocker usage in a new test. So they're running an experiment to limit usage of ad blockery by asking users to either turn off the block or get a premium subscription after 3 videos.
Yeah.
Duh.
Exactly.
You either pay for it or don't. Someone's got to pay for it.
I will say, I had the first experience, and I don't know the solution because I get it. Content's not free. You got to go through the ads. I do all that. But like last night with the kids, we did movie night on the boat. We're watching the movie. We got, and we wanted to watch a preview of a certain movie that wasn't on the app. We were using like the Disney app or something. They didn't have the preview built in. So we went to YouTube to watch it. And we're just trying to get a quick preview, decide if we want to move it.
You had the ads.
And it was 4 minutes of ads to get to the trailer. And I'm like, this is a little clunky.
Yeah.
When you need it fast.
Right.
And maybe that's what it is. It becomes a subscription. $4.99, you get no ads on YouTube. I don't know. But at that moment, I was annoyed.
Yeah.
I wanted that damn trailer right then.
But that's all it takes, right? I think that people really undervalue annoyance as a selling point.
It's called friction.
Right. Right. And if you get me annoyed in the right moment, I'll give you my credit card.
And exactly. I might would have bought what was on the screen quickly if
whatever
the ad was selling, if they'd let me watch the trailer quickly. We're trying to decide. We've gone and look, the Alford family, we got 4 boys. There's 6 of us. Trying to find the movie that everybody wants to watch is hard enough. We finally found one that kind of made it through. We'd spent about 18 minutes going through. I'm like, we're not going to stay up till 1 a.m. watching movies.
Right.
And so we just wanted to watch that damn trailer. And so anyway, it's a problem sometimes finding the movie.
Lord bless. So that's all we got for our social media news. And now we're on to marketing. Chick-fil-A, my favorite at the fast food restaurants, is beefing up their loyalty incentive with Code Moo digital game. Chick-fil-A is deploying its cow mascots to boost its reward program with the launch of Code Moo, a digital game that challenges players to help take down the brand's burger-slinging nemesis.
This is fun, and shout out to my good friend and former client, Joe Saraceno, who's the VP of Marketing at Chick-fil-A. Used to be the VP of Marketing at Verizon Wireless when they were actually good and kicking ass. Joe was a big part of that.
Can you hear me now?
And now he's at Chick-fil-A kicking ass. This is fun. Makes a lot of sense. I've always loved that campaign.
Eat more chicken?
Oh, yeah. And it's fun.
It's great because if you think about it too hard, it's so dark.
Oh, it is. Totally dark. They say kill the cows.
Right. Don't kill the chickens instead.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Exactly. Don't kill the poor cow. And then I reverse the order of that. Then leg brain. But yes, exactly. So chickens are okay.
Code
no
Moo.
Cows.
Code Moo.
But this is fun. You can play the game and bump up your loyalty tied to the app. And look, it's still the best fast food by 1,000 yards. I mean, I haven't had lunch right now, and now I'm probably gonna eat a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A's been pre-blessed. That's the conclusion I've come to. That's why it's so good. Pre-blessed food.
Pre-blessed.
Back to food. DoorDash is launching its biggest app update in its history. So this is what got me. DoorDash has been around for 10 years. I don't think of it as being that old. I don't think that the internet's been around that long. And then I realize how old I am. But the app includes universal search, multiple carts, new navigation tabs, and this is what's cool about it. the ability to use Snap or EBT for online grocery payments to make everything easier. These updates were showcased alongside new merchant and Dasher features, and they came as the company works with more than 500,000 merchants, of which 100,000 are outside the restaurant category.
I like this, and I'll say this, I use Instacart and for similar things, because sometimes I've had like multiple shopping experiences going on because I'm ADD, and I'll start shopping like at one store, and then I'm like, I want to go to I start doing something else, and empties the cart. So having multiple sessions and multiple carts going on makes a lot of sense, no matter what it is, food or merchants or whatever.
This is for the lake. This is for home.
Yes, but the ability to use Snap and EBT is going to open it up the demographic. It's going to be a big update, and I think anything that improves this experience of online ordering and the aggregation and curation of all these stores is great. So I'm sure this will have multiple benefits across categories and demographics.
And we'll see how it shakes out. This next one is kind of funny, but we'll read it first and then we'll go into why it's problematic. Modelo dethroned Bud Light in America, and here's what the numbers had to say. So for the first time in 2 decades, Bud Light has lost its title as best-selling beer in America to Modelo. Now this is ridiculous because they are owned by the same company. It's all, AB InBev? Is that what the mother company? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just funny. I drink.
It just makes you roll your eyes a little bit.
I do. It's like it's all kind of going to the same bucket at the end of the day. But I think Bud Light's hopefully learned their lesson.
Sure.
And I do think I do drink Bud Light Next. I think I'm like the only person that drinks it. It's 0 carbs. So I'm looking out for my girlish figure when I'm at the lake. And, I don't I'm going to have 10 beers in the day.
Sure.
I'd rather it be 0 carb.
Yeah.
And it actually tastes pretty good. But we were just saying they could do a spoof on it instead of Bud Light Woke, instead of Bud Light Next.
There you go.
But
there you go. Good work. Bud Light Awake.
Yeah. Even better. Yeah. Asleep.
Yeah,
We're got to sleep at the wheel when they didn't think about their demographic.
But they could afford to. I mean, they're making so much money with
I want to see how
now.
It's definitely lasted longer than I would have even expected. Some of the hangover, pun intended, from this.
I get it.
And I think they deserved it. Quite frankly, just not pay attention to the audience.
Sure.
It's not even about the politics. It's about marketing 101.
Right.
No matter where you stand on the issue at hand, it's more about the stupidity of the marketing. But
missed the mark.
I want to see how long this plays out, and because they do have the brand awareness, the market share, and all those things. So it's gonna linger. I don't know. It's certainly lingering longer than they expected.
But Ab and Bev is still making all the money.
Yeah, they are, one way or the other.
Right.
Don't forget to roll off the pain. rolloffthepain.com. Tennis elbow, sore muscles. I'm telling you, whatever ailment Ryan Offer gets, it's rolling on to the next one.
Yeah.
I will say this. Last thing I'll say about rolloffthepain.com. So I had a huge splinter in my foot from the dock.
You're falling apart.
I know. And Nicole is Nicole does the best at this point with 4 boys. Let's call it 5 kids, including me. We get splinters off the dock all the time. And I was debating because it was hurting like hell. I almost was like, can I use the CBD roll on this? But I don't think it's meant for an open wound.
But it might help your skin get it out. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I wouldn't advise that. But
trial and
I
error.
didn't do that. But it did maybe
But
think.
you thought about it.
Because it's working so good. I'm like, can it work for everything?
You're
just
wow.
Miracle salve. You remember?
You're going to start eating it. No, that's what the gummies
just
are
put
for.
some salve on it,
Oh, yeah. Like Aquaphor. Just put Aquaphor on it.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
Could be good for tattoos.
Yes. Hey, there you go.
We'll test that out.
Learn more about everything we're doing at the radcast.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you look up Radcast, you'll find us. We'll pop out first. And the big thing to remember is we're the number 4 marketing show on Apple today. And we're going to hit number 1 in the next 2 weeks. I feel it coming. You know where to find us. Christine Diassi. We'll see you soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Sorry, Rice on the 1s and 2s. I'm Ryan Alford. We'll see you next time on the Radcast.
To listen or watch full episodes, visit us on the web at theradcast.com or follow us on social media at our Instagram account, the.rad.cast, or at Ryan Alford. Stay radical.